Now to that Hollywood split that has so many of us surprised. Heidi Klum and Seal are getting divorced.
Have you ever wondered what became of Seal and his exquisite wife, Heidi? They used to be so good together until something almost irreversible happened and terminated the once-upon-a-time happy family. Today, we hardly see Seal on the red carpet, but not Heidi. She keeps glowing and seems never to lack fine men for partners. Heidi and her husband Seal were a power couple through which many people lived vicariously, but all of that seems to be in the past now. What happened to the duo? Join us as we venture into the captivating love story with a sad ending. You might need a serviette to wipe a tear as we go on. Ready? Let's get right into it. How Heidi Klum and Seal met. Heidi and singer Seal first met in November 2003. Even though I will soon elaborate on their backgrounds and professions, you must know the circumstances that they both met. That year, Seal was at the top of his career as a pop singer with many hits and living his dream life. On the other hand, Heidi was a top model who had worked with countless brands. The two met at the GQ Awards in London. However, Heidi wasn't at the awards events as a model. She was there as an expecting mother. Yes, Heidi was in fact pregnant with her first daughter. Nonetheless, Seal still couldn't take his eyes off her. While he saw Heidi, whose baby bump wasn't showing then, they never exchanged a word. Seal ran into Heidi again a few months later, but this time, it was in a hotel lobby in New York. Needless to say, Heidi was further along in her pregnancy, and the signs of being with a baby were clear as day. As a matter of fact, that second encounter was the foundation of a romance and union that produced 4 adorable children. Knowing full well that the pregnancy was from a relationship that went sour, Seal agreed to adopt the child once it was born. With that, the pair began dating in February 2004. Also, Heidi announced the end of her relationship with Flavio Briatore, the Italian Formula One team manager responsible for her pregnancy. How did Heidi find herself in such a situation in the first place? I guess we can only know by taking a look at her background. Heidi Klum. More than modeling, Heidi is also an actress. If versatility was a person, it would be Heidi. She has appeared in several of your favorite TV shows like Spin City, Sex and the City, and How I Met Your Mother. Heidi had no issue with the lingerie brand, but just like she had said, she needed to embrace new adventures that life had to offer. Many have often asked how rich Heidi Klum is. The many similar questions on Google about her net worth prove this. In May 2011, Heidi was reported on Forbes' list of the world's top earning models to rank second, with estimated earnings of $20 million United States dollars. It has also been observed that she has become more of a businesswoman than a model since she ended her contract with Victoria's Secret. Heidi signed a 20-episode deal to host a new show called Seriously Funny Kids on Lifetime. Since we know what Heidi Klum's early life and Heidi Klum look like, why don't we check out Seal? Seal. How did Seal become the singing Seal we know today? In the 1980s, he spent a short time singing in local clubs and bars. Then in 1987, he became part of a British funk band called Push. The band toured Japan, and Seal wasn't left behind. When they made it to Thailand, he joined a blues band for a while before separating from the group and traveling alone throughout India. In difficult times, when all seemed not to be going well, he would turn to his friend, who was also a model. "Do I sing well?" Every time Julian would tell him that not only did he sing so well, but he also sang better than most currently known artists. Seal started experiencing some positive turnaround in his career as his song received positive criticism. His singles titled Crazy, Future Love Paradise, and his rendition of Killer performed so well that they soon started topping the charts. In 1992, Seal was the highlight of the Brit Awards show at the Hammersmith Odeon in London. He had his first hat trick of wins in the history of the event. It was jaw-dropping to see Seal win in 3 categories, namely Best British Male, Best British Video with his single Killer, and Best British Album with his album Seal. Now that we know about their professional life, what did their wedding and marriage look like? The fairy tale wedding and family life. As the couple have confessed many times, it was mostly lust at first sight. Heidi said the first time she saw him, he was wearing tight-fitting bike shorts. According to her, she saw all the packages and said, "Wow." As for Seal, he said other than being a model with the perfect body, She had a kind of smile that accentuated her facial features. Their relationship didn't start with the ideal steps, because no matter how you look at it, it was far from regular. For instance, Heidi had just ended a relationship, and instead of being able to go on with her life, she found out that moving on wouldn't be so easy. As it turned out, she was expecting a child. On their first date, Heidi told Seal about her pregnancy, which belonged to his former boyfriend. According to Heidi, he wasn't surprised or angry like most men would. He was mostly amused and said, "Already?" Heidi went on to explain herself, and while she had half hoped that he would stand up to leave, there was a pause of about 10 seconds. When the few seconds of pondering were over, he said something she never expected, as he was a man who could have any woman he chose. He said, "It doesn't change the way I feel about you, because the fact that you are here tells me that you think a lot about me." In response, Seal maintained he was the lucky one, as he had clarity about relationships for the first time in his life, and he knew exactly what to do. All through their relationship, the couple never shied away from showing their affection publicly and making grand gestures. Seal and Heidi's marriage was one of a kind. Every year, during the course of their union, the couple would organize an elaborate party where they invited family and friends to witness their wedding renewal. It was this same reason that made it unbelievable to hear they were splitting up when the news hit the media. What was the reason for the annual renewal, you might want to ask? Challenges in the relationship. Even though they were a celebrity couple and had many moments of public affection, Heidi and Seal's relationship had their hills and valleys. Heidi said the marriage wasn't always as rosy as the public thought. Also, because they were in the limelight, people didn't see their issues. In an interview, she said she was grateful for the good part that the public was aware of, as she wouldn't want her kids to read negative tales about them online. Later, news got out that Seals had anger issues, and it was beginning to tell on the kids. They had tried to get help, but it was getting them nowhere. The separation and divorce. As beautiful as their marriage was, it had to come to an end. It is not clear whether they both fought for it, or if they thought it was better to go their separate way. What we know is that Seal and Heidi announced that they were separating after being together for almost 7 years of marriage. The news headlines at the time, as they were one of Hollywood's most celebrated couples. You know, one of the reasons it made such sensational news at the time was because they were always in the news for their unique display of affection at red carpets and celebrity events. Actually, the first sign that all was not well with the couple was when Heidi attended the 2012 Golden Globe Awards alone. This raised eyebrows of concern because since they were together, they were inseparable and went everywhere together. Shortly after that, the couple announced their separation. On the 6th of April, 2012, Heidi filed for divorce from Seal. After much back and forth in the court, which was mostly about their property and custody of the children, their divorce was finalized on the 14th of October 2014. Life after divorce. After their bitter divorce, the custody of the children was granted to Heidi. From her lifestyle, which was beautifully captured in the media, it seems Heidi wasn't too affected by the separation and ultimate divorce, as she soon started exploring the dating pool. But before we talk about Heidi and her string of boyfriends after her divorce, let's talk about Seal, who appeared to be more affected. After the divorce, he was on The Ellen Show, where he talked about his marriage and divorce. He mentioned that they were both co-parenting, while noting how difficult it was to co-parent with a person you are no longer in a relationship with. While disclosing all this, Ellen noticed he was still wearing his wedding band, even though the divorce had been finalized. Seal said the ring was a token of his love for Heidi, and that he still loved her even though they were no longer together. As for Heidi, she found love again within a year of her split from Seal. Since 2014, when they bid each other goodbye, Heidi had been in a relationship with several men. However, her current relationship has lasted for a while, spanning longer than the other men she's been with. In the year 2018, she began dating Tom Kaulitz, a hotel guitarist in Tokyo. Her new partner is 17 years her junior, but that appears not to be a problem as they keep waxing strong even after 6 years. Over the years, the couples always attend red carpet events, showing their love with kisses and cuddles. She never misses any chance to shower him with love and kind words. Once, she said to People Media in September 2018, "I feel so lucky. I don't know the last time I was this happy in my life." She also figured that the reason they loved each other was because they were both German. Heidi and Klums got engaged in year 2018. Heidi took to her Instagram page to share their pictures where she wore her new ring and captioned it with, "I said yes." They secretly wed in February 2019 in California and later celebrated with a lavish ceremony on the 3rd of August 2019. The wedding was done aboard a yacht off the coast of Capri in Italy. The marriage of Seal and Heidi was good while it lasted, but it had to end sadly. The pair has moved on, with Heidi being more in the public gaze than Seal, who has since gone back to his music and stuck to his private lifestyle. How about their kids? See their children today. Klum gave birth to her first child, Leni Klum, on May 4, 2004, in New York City. Before she was even born, Leni had a moment in the spotlight. In an Instagram post for Leni's 17th birthday, Klum revealed that she was 4 months pregnant with her daughter when she walked in the 2003 Victoria's Secret runway shows. "I am not alone walking down that catwalk here." These days, 20-year-old Leni is a model herself, which Klum made her wait until she was 16 to pursue. During an exclusive interview with People, Leni shared that Klum wouldn't let her model for Brandy Melville when she was 12. "I was really sad about it, but in the end, she was right. And that sparked me to want to model more," she said. Years later, Leni booked her first modeling gig, posing for the cover of Vogue Germany with her mother. She has since participated in many other shoots and graced Roller Coaster magazine covers, Harper's Bazaar Germany, and Glamour Germany. While the fashion world can be difficult for a young adult to navigate, Leni has her mom beside her to advise and guide her. "I said to her, at the end of the day, you have to be happy with yourself." Klum told People of the advice she gave her daughter, "And don't do anything you don't want to do." After Leni graduated from high school, she moved to NYC for college and to continue modeling. And while she knows the city inside and out, that doesn't mean Klum isn't worrying about Leni back home in Los Angeles. While chatting with James Corden on The Late Late Show, Klum confessed that she was calling her daughter every 2 hours in the beginning. This shows a mother's caring and doting nature toward her daughter. On March 4, 2023, Klum praised her eldest for balancing her interior design studies while pursuing a modeling career. On October 2022, Leni attended her mom's famous Halloween party for the first time. The model dressed as Catwoman, complete with a mask and latex suit. "My kids have never really gone to the Halloween party, obviously, because they're all too young," Klum said. "And now my daughter moved to Manhattan, so she was here. It was her first time coming and she was so excited. She's only ever heard about the stories and seen photos. It's fun for her to be here tonight, and it's fun for me to have her here." As for her romantic life, Leni has been dating Aris Rachevsky for more than 4 years, according to Instagram. Klum's second child, Henry Gunther Adamola Dashtu Samuel, was born in Los Angeles on September 12, 2005. "Everyone who sees him says, 'Oh my God, he looks just like Seal.' And I'm like, 'He has nothing of me? Come on, there must be something of me in there somewhere.' And they're like, 'No, sorry, he looks just like his father,'" she said of baby Henry at the time. A few years later, Klum revealed that her kids had a giant costume closet and loved to play dress-up. She also shared that then 3-year-old Henry was comfortable experimenting with all the costumes, including his sister's princess dresses. "There's nothing wrong with that," Klum said at the time, admitting that she also thinks the elegant dresses are more fun than Buzz Lightyear. In an interview with Good Housekeeping, the proud mom spoke about Henry's unique fashion sense again in 2011. "He lives in his world," she said. "We all dressed properly for dinner, but Henry wore dinosaur slippers. You can barely walk in those things, but it's not weird for him." Like the rest of her younger children, Klum tries to keep him out of the spotlight as much as possible while still a kid. However, the supermodel occasionally posts throwback photos of her younger kids or shots that don't show their entire faces. Klum and Seal's second son, Johan Riley Fyodor Taiwo Samuel, was born in Los Angeles on November 22, 2006. The couple announced the news in a post written by Seal on Klum's website. "He is healthy, beautiful, and looks just like his mother," the Kiss from a Rose singer wrote of his son. Johan was very artistic when he was little and loved to draw and paint. In 2013, his drawings and creativity inspired Klum's children's clothing line. While the other kids are watching a movie, He'll sit down at his desk for 45 minutes and paint monsters one after another, she told Parents Magazine of the then 6-year-old. So he inspired me to create a line around monsters. Johan is very proud to have been a part of it. Sometimes he wears his shirt and tells everyone, "I painted this shirt." For Johan's 15th birthday in November 2021, Klum posted a video of them together when he was little. She wrote in the caption, "A heart of gold and a mind so bright. Happy 15th birthday, Johan. I am proud of you and the young man you have become." In June 21, Klum posted a photo of herself standing between Henry and Johan, who is much taller than her. She captioned it simply, "How did I get so short?" Now here comes Seal and Klum's youngest child, on October 9, 2009. Seal wrote, "It's difficult to imagine loving another child as much as you love your existing children. Anyone who has a family will tell you this. Where will one find that extra love? If you love your existing children with all of your heart, how can one possibly find more heart to love another?" He continued, "On Friday, October 9, 2009, the answer to this question came in the form of our 4th child and 2nd daughter. Lou Salola Samuel was born, and from the moment she looked into both of our eyes, it was endless love at first sight." In a 2021 interview, Klum shared that her younger daughter is the only one of her kids who seems to have inherited her love of Halloween. The America's Got Talent judge is known for her huge Halloween parties and epic costumes, and she was hoping to pass the tradition on to her kids. However, most of her kids couldn't care less about the holiday. "I was hoping that I would pass this on even to my kids, but out of 4, there's only one that really is going for it, and that's Lou," Klum said, noting that Lou dressed up as an anime character that year with full-on makeup, the hair, all the accessories. Lou also loves to dance, and in August 2021, Klum posted a video of her doing a hip-hop routine alongside famous choreographer Miguel Zarate on Instagram. Like all her kids, Klum shared a birthday post for Lou. "Happy 14th birthday, Lou." She wrote some throwback photos of baby Lou alongside. "I love you with all that I got." Aren't Klum's kids amazing? The 4 of them have singled themselves out with their unique talents. You must agree that Klum is blessed. Even though her marriage to Seal had hit the rock, she can always look at her kids and smile. Do you think Seal and Heidi should have fought for their marriage instead of ending things when they did? Let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoy this video, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.